Well, here we are. Thoughts from the office. Redneck's Pride Outdoors. Going to do another little video here. One of the things I'm going to address on this video is folks have asked me why I don't do a lot of YouTube in the field videos showing animals caught and what have you. And I have. My collarums, I show animals caught and what have you. But what happens is when I put on a video with an animal caught, it brings out the emotional animal wackos. The people who are just so into themselves and all they care about is their little fuzzy feelings, that it brings out the crazies. And my goal with these videos, number one, is not to show you that I'm a great trapper. It's not what I'm here to show you. What I'm here doing is, if you are a trapper or outdoorsman and you have an interest to learn something, and you have an interest to see how other people do things, okay, to add to your already accomplished knowledge, then that is my goal. My goal is to give you ideas. My goal is to give you thoughts. My goal is to give you information that you may or may not want to use. And when I have these animal wackos, fuzzy emotional nutcases, who can't see what the benefit is of wildlife management, and especially predators, and in harvesting and utilizing wildlife, to whether we're going to use them as fur garments or we're going to eat them, or unfortunately, the hardest part is a lot of these animals, when left unchecked, they become a problem. And unfortunately, folks who are living in a world of their own little Disneyland, they can't see that. For 45 years, I've been a wildlife control specialist. For 55 years, I've been a fur trapper. And I'm amazed. I am amazed at the amount of people that are against hunting and trapping, yet when that squirrel or that raccoon is tearing their house apart, or that skunk just sprayed and made their precious, beautiful house stink for 6 months, I'm amazed that wildlife control, which is doing the exact same thing, is okay. And when I explain to these folks that the hunter and the trapper is the free service to help keep population densities down so problems do not occur, they have a hard time understanding that. And then I just laugh at them and say, okay, you can pay me $300 to $500 an animal. I'm happy with that. No problem. Now, for you who are outdoorsmen, trappers, hunters, fishermen, all right, if you want, you can take my videos and you can pull from them things that I have learned as 55 years as a trapper, fur trapper, 50 years as a deer hunter, rabbit hunter, whatever hunter, 1979 to do the math, as a wildlife control specialist, making my living from wildlife control. And you can take the information that I give, and it may be great, it may not be, I don't know. It works for me. I'm just giving it out there. So you can take that information and you can apply it, adjust it, use it, and do whatever you want with it. It's free on the YouTube. It's free. We're going to make other videos that ain't free. The good information, the hardcore information, is going to come from South Jersey Trapping and Snaring School, where I give you that stuff that makes a difference. Or the videos we're going to do with the advanced DP traps. I know. Or the snaring videos that we're going to do. Or the other videos that we're going to do. They're going to be paid. You're going to pay for them. All right? But these videos on YouTube or on Facebook, they're free. Have at them. Use them. Don't use them. I don't care. I don't care. All right? We make baits and lures to be used in the field for trapping, for ADC. ADC guys jump on it, man. Tell you what, the majority of guys are said to me, Jonesy, why don't you really hit hard on the trappers? Because the trappers don't buy the products like ADC and Wildlife Control does. All right? It's the truth. I'm being honest with you. This is Jonesy the Redneck talking to you straight. No sales BS. All right? Wildlife Control buys the majority of our baits and lures, and I'm not afraid to say it. So guess where my majority of my marketing is going to go to? Wildlife Control. But you as a fur trapper, if you're smart, you'll see what the Wildlife Control guys are using as far as baits and lures and tools, and you'll say, you know what? These boys are using this stuff, and they're making 10 times the amount of money that you as a fur trapper are, or that I as a fur trapper are. Listen, I'm getting the same amount of money for a raccoon or a fox as you are if I'm doing it fur trapping. But when I get called into that yard, it's a lot more money. Now, that's not telling you fur trappers that, you need to just go into Wildlife Control. You can if you want. That's how I got started in 1979 as a fur trapper. But if you're going to start charging for your money, you better have your act together. All right? You better have your act together. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to guys and they said, yeah, we're just going to learn as we go. And I said, but you're going to charge massive amount of money to learn. Get an idea what you're doing before you get into it. Get your insurance, get your business license, treat it as a business. The deer calls, the waterfowl calls, the predator calls. We've been making these since 2000. Been making baits and lures since 1987. The stinking rain's got me screwed up. I can't keep my beaver sets going right. One day it's lowered. I got my regulations makes me drop my trap, and then next day it's a foot higher. I got to raise it up, then I got to lower it back down. Anyway. So the reason I do these videos from the truck or from a lot of things, and I don't show a lot of animals caught, is not because I can't. It's because it brings out the nutcases. And when I bring out the nutcases, I lose the point that I'm trying to make, which is to make the newer trapper, the newer hunter, or the old trapper or old hunter, give them information that they could possibly use. For years, I preached to the old timers when I was younger. Give information, because the more information you give to the younger guys and gals, the less hassles, the less fuss, and it makes you stronger outdoors, whether it's trapping, fishing, hunting. So what I've got to do is I've got to be true to my word. And now that I'm older, I'm not that old, but I'm older, that's my goal. My goal is to give information. Take it, do with it what you want. Okay? It's not BS. It's what I do every day of my life. All right. So, to answer the question, why I do thoughts from the office from a truck, or if I'm sitting there and I'm not showing you animals, because if you're a good outdoorsman and you're as good as you think you are, then I should be able to explain to you a method or a mindset, and you should know right off the get-go if it's going to work or not. Now, if you're got the attitude of nobody's going to show me nothing and I am, then don't matter, and I don't give a hoot. I honestly believe 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. I honestly believe that these 4 years is worse than what I dealt with in the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s with the animal wackos. I honestly believe it. I honestly believe that today's times are worse with that. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's because we've all got our me, I agendas. Maybe COVID put us into a downward spiral. I don't know. But unfortunately, the Bible predicts all this stuff. So, well, anyway, here's my rant. That's my rant. Okay, because I'm not only catching it from the animal wackos, I'm also catching it from guys who get pissed off because I'm giving out information. Guys, we ain't getting rich on fur trapping anymore, and you ain't never going to get rich on fur trapping anymore. And if you want to be a professional trapper, you've got to go into ADC or wildlife control work. It's that simple. All right, you're never going to be anything but a hobby trapper in the fur game. That's all it's going to be. I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. And you can take your whole fur trapping methods, mindsets, and wisdom and go into the wildlife control field, but then you're going to have to add to it. Because now you're not only dealing with something in the back 40, now you got to deal with people, now you got to deal with true wildlife management. Deer hunters, what's your reason for deer hunting? You got to ask yourself that. The reason we can deer hunt in a nutshell, without an argument, we don't like it, but the reason we can deer hunt is because the Fish and Wildlife agencies, as a rule, realize that hunters can help control the deer population. As soon as the deer hunter stops controlling the deer population, the deer hunter will be replaced. Don't believe that? Look what happened to New Jersey bears. We lost the season. We got it back because we had major problems. But as soon as somebody can come up with another feel-good fuzzy method to control bears without killing them by a hunter, New Jersey's going to lose a bear hunt again. It's going to be that way. This video is going to be controversial. This video is going to piss a lot of people off, but you know as well as I do, it's the truth. We trap. You as a fur trapper. The reason we can trap is because we control populations of those animals that cause problems. Ironically, God made the animals that cause the most problems profitable for a reason. Think about that. Fox, coyotes, bobcats, predators, clothing, muskrat, and beaver cause a lot of damage. The furs can be utilized. Raccoons, possums, even skunks. Think about it. They can be utilized. So you as a fur trapper, the reason we can fur trap right now, the thing that's saving us for the most part as fur trappers, is there's a need for us because we are the free wildlife control. But you can be replaced, I can be replaced as a fur trapper by me as a wildlife control specialist. Always remember that. The deer hunter, you can be replaced. The duck hunter, we as outdoorsmen got to stick together. We as outdoorsmen, all outdoorsmen, got to stick together, because if we don't, we're going to lose it. All right, I don't know if I'm going to put this video up or not. Probably am. I'm in an ornery mood. Might as well stir some problems up. Get some more hate mail. Might as well go with it. All right, thoughts from the office. Redneck's Pride Outdoors. I'll catch you next time.